What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I just got a quick little question for y'all, man. If all you did all day long was just hang around pigs, you just all in the slop with the pigs, just eating what they eat, putting your nose all where they put their nose at, what would you look like? What would you appear to be? What would you smell like? That's what I'm talking about when I think about the people that we hang around, the choices that we make in terms of who we decide to call our friends and our associates and our acquaintances, business partners, relationships, whatever. Um, we are literally reflections of whatever it is or whoever it is that we around. I'm gonna focus on the whoever more so than the whatever, because whoever typically drives the whatever, meaning that people that you're around, they influence you to do the things that you do, and vice versa if you're the one who's the negative influence. And we had this thing where we'll sit around and wonder why we're not prospering in life, wondering why we're not making any kind of advancements. But sometimes, man, it's as simple as looking to your left and looking to your right and noticing who you are with on a daily basis and what kind of thought process that people that are around you live by. What are the things that they saying all the time? What are they doing all the time? What progress do you see in them? Um, Not even from a year to year basis, but just from a week to week basis. Or if you can look at somebody January the 1st, and then by the time you get to June, they still are where they were January the 1st. Or in some extreme cases, they have actually went backwards. They're worse off. But for some reason, you kicking it with them. And I've seen people who were doing good for themselves. They may not have been just rich and balling out of control or whatever, but they was doing all right. And then when they get around other people, they start to drop off because instead of them becoming the positive influence on those people, they let those people become the negative influence on them. So you start to morph into the negative. And sometimes people will escape because you doing good. You doing good, but it's hard because it is hard to maintain and keep that level of responsibility up. It's hard to do that, but it's hard on everybody. So it's not an excuse for you to, man, it's tough, man. I need a break. Yeah, you may need a break, but it might not be time for you to take a break yet. You got to go ahead on and grind it out just a little while longer. And you have to be disciplined enough that whenever that break comes, that, sir, you are going to clock back in. Because some people take a break, or what they refer to as being a break, and then it get good to them. You don't see them no more. Yeah, I'm good. They got some weed over there, man, and I'm good. I'm looking at what they doing, like, man, y'all just sit around here all day and just talk about nothing and get high and drunk, and y'all seem to be doing all right. I can see myself living like this. Nah, that ain't what you want to be, man. Because time moves so fast, bro. And we are daily living examples of how fast time moves, because all you got to do is go into your memory bank and think about where you were 15, 20 years ago and some of the things you were doing. And a lot of those thoughts and memories, you can recall those thoughts like that. It seems like just yesterday you was doing this or just doing that, but it was 20 years ago. So time goes by fast, man, and you can lose a nice chunk of your lifetime if you're not careful by wasting it. Wasting years. See? And then you slowly start to see people who started at the same starting block with you. Y'all was all like this at the starting block. Then when the gun went off, they lapping you now. And that becomes embarrassing. It becomes embarrassing when your peers, people that you started off with, y'all were all on the same level, and you look up and all those people that was in that circle with you, they all seem to be doing well in life, and you not. So now you don't even want to come around no more. You don't want to go to the function. You don't want to go to the reunion. You don't want to be seen because you feel embarrassed that you've come up short. But a lot of times that's a choice that you made because you didn't want to keep your foot on the gas, and you allowed people who wasn't doing nothing with their life to convince you, hey, come on in. Hey man, it's real easy in here where we at. You ain't gotta do none of that they doing out there. Then on the same token, in the same breath, you get to talking about how bad you want to have nice things in life and how you feel you should have this and this and that. Nah. We have a delusional entitlement syndrome at certain times where we just feel like we should be given things just because. That ain't how the world works. It's never how the world have worked for us. So, yeah. If you lay in the slop with the pigs, eventually you will take on those characteristics. If you sleep in the trash can, you will smell like garbage as you walking around. Why do I smell like this? Because you sleep in the trash can, bro. Get it together, man. Be aware of who you hang around, and if it's dead weight, and if it's not people that are making you better, if you are not a piece of steel that's allowing yourself to be sharpened by another piece of steel, then you need to move around. Because in the end, when you fall off, those people who you hanging around, the rest of the nothing people that you hanging around, they will pick you up. Matter of fact, they laying down on there waiting for you. Hey, come on down here with us. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. Play this for whoever needs to hear. All right, catch y'all later on. Peace.